everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The Saints were frustrated with last week's loss and are anxious to get back above 500 in today's game. It's the Falcons going up against the Saints.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Gun. They'll look to throw. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts to it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The son Reddick in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. 2nd down now after the pass completion. From the shotgun, Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. On 3rd down, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turn, a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now back to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Ryan. And he fires one, but incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him 14 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. To throw is Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. The numbers for Jones last week, unfortunately his effort not enough to help put him over the hump in that defeat.
And let's face it, this is a guy who absolutely hates to lose. When we talked with him, he wasn't talking about the plays he made, was he?
No.
He talked about the plays he didn't make. That's absolutely the mark of a true pro.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Ryan finding Gabriel for the Falcon first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Ryan on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Alex Okafor. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, it's Ryan. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says... Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Again, it's Bell. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a big no-no last time. A safety to make this score 2-0 where we stand now. So, see if they can atone for that mistake.
You give up points, but on the flip side, the positive side, after you punted the ball away or kicked it away,
defense held.
Defense held for you, so there's a little bit of relief there. Now they know they can get back out on the field, run their offense, and try to put their defense in a bad spot again.
Back to throw here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
This is taken at the 23. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On 3rd down, it's Coleman. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Finding Gabriel complete. 8 yards on the pickup, and that leads to an Atlanta 1st down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. He's to the 10, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Here we go. 190. 190.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it over the middle. Flainer. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Grady Jarrett, never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the tight end has it, Fleener. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, a guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On target over the middle to Hill. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Now the toss to Bell running right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 10 yards still left on second down. Now they'll toss it to Bell running left. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Don't forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. Operating from the gun. Ryan looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Needed 13. They got 14 on third down. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 28. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Brian Cushing. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And again, it's Ingram. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And Forbath will put this one through, and that trims the lead to 3. It's 9-6 now. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's in his own 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
3 yards to go on 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd down following the run.
Hey, let's go. Ready.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Falcons on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. Here's Ryan. That's to his running back, complete. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. From the gun, Ryan. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. So we have reached halftime. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now it's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left. This is caught inside the 15. Now Bell muscles him off. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Bell. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Brian Cushing in there to drop it for his 2nd sack now here tonight. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. Yeah. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now, they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage, usually an 8-man front. That's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. A give to Bell. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. The give is to Bell. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
2nd down, 8. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Coleman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Here's Bell. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Deion Jones in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got Snead. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass. And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here we go.
Now back to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Gets around him. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men. Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Here's Coleman on the toss. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On 3rd down, here's Bell. Bell sheds him off. And some room to roam now. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big run that time by Bell. 59 yards on the ground. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Coleman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They will run again with Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
4th down. Here's Ryan. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Come on, let's go! Ryan 38!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go! Ryan 38!
He'll look to throw. He dumps it down to Ingram. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second, doesn't even matter.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. He'll drop to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. He's knocking on that door for a 100-yard gain.
And what receiver doesn't want to be part of this entry club? Every receiver, when the game starts, wants to have 100 or more yards next to his name. It's a badge of honor, but it also shows that you're helping out your team.
And he has certainly been helping out his team so far. A gain of 3, second down.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, it's Bell. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. They'll run it with Bell. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. They'll get 17 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Atlanta. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Coleman now. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 3rd down, Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the tight end has it. It's Flainer. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Deion Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's got room. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
This is Coleman, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Ryan to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. 4th down now defensively. Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for 1 more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
Ryan, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Alex Okafor in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The son Reddick in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He'll look to throw. It's complete. Flater, right side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And the spike will come with 34 seconds to go. And on 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now he'll spike it here with 20 seconds to go on the clock. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Atlanta, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina.